and I will then say.
Hey everyone, welcome to my weekly messages. I'm Jalela Starr. Today the topic is a higher perspective about Cecil the lion and his death. You know, when events like Cecil's death go viral, they're consciousness shifting events, and they happen for a reason. From a 3D level, it will make no sense. Or maybe limited sense, but from a higher perspective, we'll see the whole picture and we'll get a better understanding. When his death occurred, and I saw how it swept across the globe and created this outrage, I tuned in to the Nibiruans and, to talk with them about it. In fact, they had been contacting me, which is interesting. I got an email from somebody who didn't even know me, who was told to Google my personal email address and then send me an email and said a lion being with blue eyes wanted him to contact me. We know who that is. Anyway, it was like they were sounding the alert to let me know that they were aware of the situation and they wanted me to share some information about it. So here's what they wanted me to share with you. It involves the ascension, being on an ascension plateau, and it involves the new legal system that is trying to unfold, and us being able to fulfill our divine destiny. All of that is involved. So let me kind of break that down for you. We have been in the ascension process for a long time, and we are making progress, but ever so often we reach plateaus. When we reach plateaus, it's because we don't have the energy to move to the next level in the ascension, because there's changes on earth that have to occur to get us there. And so what we must do, so what happens is that an event transpires like a 9/11 to pull us out of our day-to-day and have us focus in a specific area, and to cause us to, and it also allows us to the opportunity to emote a particular frequency on a collective level that will provide the energy for that shift that needs to occur. When Cecil died, there was an outrage. There was an outrage over the undignified way that he died, the purpose for which he died, and also about the fact that it was just a needless, senseless death. I mean, to feed some guy's ego. I mean, that's just ridiculous. But it was more than that. It was the fact that he was a lion, and what the lion means to us humans. You know, the lion is the king of the jungle. He represents strength and power and majesty. And, it kind of like makes us all feel, it reminds us of our own unique divinity and our majesty, in our strength, that's innate in all of us. So to see him murdered in an undignified way just really strikes at our hearts, and it just creates such a sense of outrage, because it's like we were all hurt, we were all beheaded, we were all skinned in that experience. And I think that's why there's such an outrage. But back to the ascension plateau, this is the reason that it occurred. It was to help us get off that plateau to the next level, because the next level involved changing the way that we treat the animal kingdom. Not everybody, but a lot of people, like people who have, who brutally hurt animals, or they neglect them, like, my big thing, puppy mills. It's insane the way the people will treat these animals as though they have no feelings, they have no brain. I mean, they're just, and factory farming is another one. The way they treat animals in factory farms. I mean, there's people doing undercover, investigation, spreading that stuff on YouTube and on the internet all the time. But now the trophy hunting, people going out and paying big bucks to kill an animal just so they can mount its head on their wall and take its skin and walk all over it. I mean, these are senseless things that we as humans have to rise above. We can't keep doing that to the animals. Okay, so the new level is about changing to a more humane way of caring for the animal kingdom. All right. To do that, though, we're going to need money, right? We need to be able to fund legislation. We need to be able to fund campaigns. We need to get the word out Get people to interested in looking at the suffering so that they will step up and make the change. That's where the new financial system comes in. What's happened with the new financial system is that it has hit an impasse. It can't continue its unfoldment, so to speak, because you have the powers that be, trying to create it, but they're creating it for their agenda, which is not going to be helpful to us. And then you've got the good guys, so to speak, who are in there involved in the creation of the 3D one, but with the intention of creating the offshoot that will be used for the higher purpose. I can't go into detail about what that looks like, but, Google the white hats, Google, all these different people who are involved in trying to create this new form of financial system off the one that's being created, because that's how it's always done. We always create the offshoots off the 3D ones. Okay, so we needed a boost of energy for the good guys that corresponded to the next level and what was needed in the next level. So in comes Cecil. Cecil's death goes viral. He's a lion. That refocuses our attention on the animal kingdom and how, and as a result, all these other causes jump on that bandwagon and ride that wave to get people to notice their cause as well. Like maybe they're trying to ban elephants in circuses or free the orcas, at SeaWorld. They need people to be aware. So that's what's occurring. We're going to see some mass change as a result of this. But so the energy that the outpouring of rage and compassion for Cecil and all the animals. I mean, we're feeling tremendous compassion for all the suffering of the animals and the demand to make a change. All that was the energy, the compassion energy that was needed to break the stalemate and keep this new financial system forming with the offshoot forming as well. So from a higher perspective, Cecil's death was not in vain. It was part of a plan to give humanity the boost that it needed. So here's the interesting thing I find is that, amongst the ancient ones, there are many lion people, including white lion people. I find it interesting that a lion was chosen to be the sacrificial lamb, so to speak, to give humanity the opportunity to create the boost that they needed to move to the next level. Gotta love it. Thank you, Cecil. Your life, your death, to me, is not in vain. Okay, let's make his death count. If you have a cause that you're passionate about, share it. If you don't have one, find one. There's a lot of suffering going on. Fund it, or at least share it on the internet. Get people to know about it so that we can fulfill our divine destiny as peacekeepers. Because part of being peacekeepers is we teach the universe how to treat others. So we have to treat our own brothers and sisters in the animal kingdom better. All right, take care. See you next week.
Carry me like you are my brother. Love me like a mother.